Hi guys, and welcome back to Movies That Matter with the Viking, and the Ray Fisher v Warner Brothers saga continues. Now we all know that shit went down on set between Jon Berg, Geoff Johns, Joss Whedon after Zack Snyder left back in 2017. Those three men took over production. They changed the dialogue, they changed the script, they changed everything about that film, but that's not all they did. On set, there was seemingly toxic behaviour from all three, putting a blind eye to what was going on, threatening crew members, threatening cast members, completely tearing out Ray Fisher's character from the film. And I've heard there's way more stuff that we don't even know happened yet. It hasn't been come to light. It hasn't come to light whatsoever. But slowly but surely, Ray Fisher has been unraveling it and unveiling this to the Twitter world. And people are getting behind him, but also people are calling him liars and trying to disregard him. But his new tweet yesterday, he seemed to call out the DC president, which at the moment is Walter Hamada. This is what Ray had to say. So you can better understand how deep this goes. After speaking out about Justice League, I received a phone call from the president of DC Films, where he attempted to throw Joss Whedon and Jon Berg under the bus in hopes that I would relent on Geoff Johns. I will not. Accountability over entertainment. Look, so he tried to throw Geoff Johns, Jon Berg under the bus. Walter Hamada told Ray Fisher, "Look, I can give you these two, but just leave Geoff Johns alone. Don't talk about Geoff Johns anymore." Back in January 2018, when Walter Hamada was elected as the DC president, one of the reasons was because of Geoff Johns. He was one of the people behind that decision. So, of course, the two of them seem to have a good relationship, and Walter Hamada is not going to throw Geoff Johns under the bus. But look, when Walter Hamada took over after the disaster which was Justice League, the next movie was Aquaman. Aquaman makes $1 billion. Geoff Johns is a writer on that film. He changes some stuff. He looks good in the two of them. Looks like they can justify their positions. Shazam comes out. Doesn't do that well at the box office. Good film. Birds of Prey, the same scenario. And Walter Hamada is the same guy who didn't want the Joker film. Todd Phillips, the director of Joker, said that Walter Hamada wasn't with the idea, didn't really get it. So are they really that good in the job that they have? But Warner Brothers responded with a statement of their own. In July, Ray Fisher representation asked DC Film President Walter Hamada to talk to Mr. Fisher about his concerns during the production of Justice League. The two had previously spoken when Mr. Hamada asked him to reprise his role as Cyborg in Warner Brothers' upcoming Flash movie. Together with other members of the Justice League, in their July conversation, Mr. Fisher recounted disagreements he had with the film's creative team regarding his portrayal of Cyborg and complained that his suggested script revisions were not adopted. Mr. Hamada explained that creative differences are a normal part of the production process and that a film's writer-director ultimately has to be in charge of these matters. Notably, Mr. Hamada has also told Mr. Fisher that he would elevate his concerns to Warner Media. So there it is. They're trying to throw Ray Fisher under the bus. They're trying to disregard Ray Fisher's comments and make it look like he was the problem. This is what also they said. He could conduct an investigation. At no time did Mr. Hamada ever throw anyone under the bus, as Mr. Fisher has falsely claimed, or render any judgments about the Justice League production in which Mr. Hamada had no involvement, since filming occurred before Hamada was elevated to his current position. It doesn't matter. You're the DC president. You're supposed to deal with all this shit. If Ray Fisher, an employee, brings this to you, you have to deal with it. So he's completely separating himself from the situation, Hamada, even though he's able to ring Ray Fisher and say, "Look, I can give you these two, but don't send to Geoff Johns." Very hypocritical, and it looks like Warner Brothers are handling this situation very, very badly, and they seem to be trying to throw Ray Fisher under the bus themselves, disregard his comments, disregard him, and even putting in the Flash movie into the statement, using that as a ploy against Ray Fisher. Look, if you mess with us anymore, you ain't gonna play a Cyborg anymore. That Flash movie that we talked about, that's gone. They're basically threatening him in the open, and people are calling Ray Fisher a liar. A liar. When Ray Fisher has built up a case over 2.5 years to bring this to light today, and he wants it done the right way. Well, Ray Fisher responded today, and this is what he said. "Thank you all for the support. Seeing through Warner Brothers' desperate and scattershot attempt to discredit me, to continue protecting those in power. I met with the investigator via Zoom on August 26th. Below was an email I sent to my team and at Saga. That looks like a place that deals with employee welfare and things like that and how they're treated. But look, Ray Fisher is not one to be messed with, and he has big balls, and he said before he doesn't care about his career. He wants to do the right thing. He wants to speak up. He can live with himself. doing the right thing and getting behind what is right. And I have huge respect for Ray Fisher for doing this. But Warner Brothers trying to disregard him, discredit him, make him look bad, Ray Fisher is not going to back down. He has evidence, he has people in place, and he wants this done in the right way. Walter Hamada can get involved and tell him not to touch Geoff Johns, but Ray Fisher is not going to have any of that whatsoever. But this is what the email was. Hey crew, just got off the line with the investigator. Had to end the interview early before going into detail with him. He's definitely been put on the case by Warner Brothers Pictures, not Warner Media. His findings will go directly and solely to Warner Brothers Picture Legal. He also had another person on the line as a witness which we weren't made aware of. I told him I needed to have a rep on the line for security for myself. He tried to keep me on the line, but I told him I would need to consult my team before proceeding. Can we jump on a call? Discuss soon. Best, Ray. And this is Ray proving that he was cooperating with Warner Brothers, but Warner Brothers were not doing it in the right way. They had someone on the line that Ray didn't even know about. And also the person that was on the line, that was on the Zoom call, was from Warner Brothers, not Warner Media. Two completely different entities. And Warner Media is who Ray wants to get working with. He wants to report all this stuff to Warner Media because, guys, to be honest with you, Warner Brothers Pictures have been the ones trying to cover all this up. They're the ones that lied to us that the Schneider Cut was being restored by Josh Whedon and Geoff Johns, when in fact we were lied to our faces by Toby Emmerich. So how can we believe anything that Warner Brothers Pictures say? Warner Media is this new entity, AT&T is the new owners, and that's what Ray wants to work with. That's why he wants to bring the right channels into this, and he wants to get it done in the right way. But Ray also had this to say. He goes, it's also worth noting that I made it clear to the world on August 21st that I would be vetting the investigator to ensure a fair and protected process of all witnesses. Warner Brothers Pictures has escalated this to an entirely different level, but I'm ready to meet the challenge. Accountability over entertainment. So basically, what Warner Brothers were trying to do was pull the fast one with Ray Fisher. Now the reason Ray Fisher wants to be involved in the investigation is because he wants to make sure that the third parties that are being involved, that the people who are supposed to be looking after the welfare of employees, whoever's brought in on this case, whoever's brought in to resolve these issues to get accountability, is not being paid by Warner Brothers Pictures. It's not somebody from Warner Brothers Pictures, because at the end of the day, who are they going to protect? Who are they going to cover up for? Warner Brothers Pictures. They're going to cover up for Geoff Johns, for Walter Hamada. It looks like they've completely disregarded John Berg and Josh Whedon. They ain't going to protect those anymore. And imagine if you were John Berg or Geoff John or Josh Whedon, reading those tweets from Ray Fisher saying that Walter Hamada, the president of DC, has tried to throw you under the bus to protect Geoff Johns. Now, there's so much stuff on set that we don't even know about that happened. So much stuff that has come out about Geoff Johns and Josh Whedon outside of Justice League production. I don't know if it's true or not, but it ain't too good. And I don't care if Geoff Johns is a great comic book writer. He can be a great comic book writer. He can. But it doesn't mean he has to be a shitty fucking person. It doesn't mean Walter Hamada has to try and use his power to gain hierarchy over Ray Fisher. No, I'm not having any of that. And neither is Ray Fisher. Walter Hamada has put himself in a very, very stupid position here by even calling Ray Fisher and trying to use those elements against him. To try and use, don't touch Geoff Johns, he's my friend. Fair fucks to Ray Fisher. And I'm fully behind him, and I want to see where this is going to go. But Warner Brothers, for me, making that statement yesterday, have made things very, very worse on themselves. They haven't played ball right. They have fucked it all up for themselves, and this is going to get messy. Probably even go through courts. Who knows who's going to be talked to now? Is Gal Gadot, is the other cast members, Ray Fisher, Jason Momoa, Ben Affleck, are they going to be talked to too in private to see what actually went on set? I think a big investigation is going to happen. I think Ray Fisher is handling this very, very well. He doesn't care about his career. He's more in line with getting the respect that people deserve and what they should have got when they were working on Justice League after Zack Snyder left. The same respect Zack Snyder would have given everyone else. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this whole situation. What do you think is going to happen? Give a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Ray. I think he has big balls. Fair play to Ray. Chat to you later, guys.